Previously on the U&U Podcast.
Hey, we're going to start the show out with my man. What's his name? Baby VA. Massaging.
That massage. I coming through about a whole kind of lodge.
Study says that 86% of women who make the first move end up marrying that person.
A woman sees a man, she already knows she's already looking in the future. She's like, he's husband material. I'm going to go talk to him for anybody else do. That's a nice way of saying I'm going to get him for these other bitches get him. So
that has personality and knows how to subdue a man. That's very intoxicating to a dude.
I would say statistically, I suck at choosing women. Let me explain. Men are programmed to think you don't pursue a man is supposed to pursue you. Do you know how different the world would be finding a mate if women were the aggressor? Yo, what's up, everybody? It's the U&U Podcast. We are back again.
Yeah, we here.
Everybody's in the house. It's No Shave November. Let's do a beard check. Everyone see. Everybody's beard is nice and grown. Noodles over there faking. You must have cut yours down recently.
like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. That's what that is. Hey, so we in here. It's your boy O King Johnny OH_KING_Johnny JONNY. Next to me is
Scott Higgs, author of Hypocrisy in America, the hottest book on Amazon. Check me out. Hey, holidays is coming. If you want me to do a free book giveaway, hit up our social media, subscribe to the show, let us know you love us, and I might do one, and I'll keep y'all posted on some future episodes.
That's what's up. Next to him is
It's your boy Littles. Catch me at Littles1126 on Twitter and Instagram. Author of the hottest book on the internet, A Bootlegger's Dream.
Next to him is
It's your boy, son. I love your mother if you don't. That's it.
what in the world just happened? Next to him is
It's your boy Rip, the spiritual gangster. You can catch me at greatestiamblog.com, on Instagram, greatest.i.am.blog.
As you can see, we're a little short-staffed today, but that's normal for us because we're unproductive and unapologetic.
That's
It's
us.
the U&U Podcast. Thank you all for your support, your continued downloads and subscribing to the iTunes. We really appreciate it. We're just going to try to keep doing what we're doing, giving you good content. Shout out to Low. Shout out to Waves. Shout out to G-Deck, the rest of the U&U Cast, wherever y'all may be. What up, though?
What up?
You can catch some of the videos, and I said some because every week we don't actually do video, but we try to get it in here and there on U&U Radio on YouTube. And I think I've plugged everything, right? So what's good, fellas? So I got a question for y'all to just get started because I'm just trying to get up on game. What's some good TV shows you watching? Let's start with Son. This should be interesting.
Well, I know this is probably old to you guys, but I'm watching Ozark.
Oh, okay.
Do anybody know what that is?
Yeah. I watched that.
Oh,
So-
I haven't seen it. So give me a backdrop
So
for those
basically,
people that haven't seen it.
You know what? Ozark is like Breaking Bad, really. But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like they
I
took
started Ozark.
Yeah, it's like they took that same storyline almost and just made Ozark. But the thing is, this guy, he was an accountant. And what happened was he didn't know that his friends was actually stealing money from the cartel.
He didn't know he did.
He didn't know.
Okay.
He didn't know.
Okay.
So when he found out when the cartel guy made him come there or whatever. So he did everything to get his life to save his life. Man, I do this. I clean this money. I can clean $8 million and blah 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 time. So basically, the place is in Ozark, right? Yeah. So
Ozark, Missouri.
Ozark, Missouri. It's in the middle of nowhere.
Gotcha.
So he go down there to try to clean money, which he know he couldn't do. So he go down there and try and take over, clean money, but he having trouble with cleaning the money because.
I don't give too much away, but I hear you. I hear you. I like it.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
It's a good show.
It's a good show.
So that's the only one you want to plug?
I mean, that's the only one I'm
Really
really watching.
watching.
Right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Rip?
Lately, I've binge watching Queen Sugar. That's a show on by Ava. What's her last name?
DuVernay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Real good sister.
It's a real good show. It's about a family. The father passed, and the siblings having to come together and basically take care of their dad's farm. the sugarcane farm.
Okay.
And they go through a lot of stuff with that. It's a lot of racial stuff going on with that, as well as, family problems and stuff like that.
You
It's
say
a
racial
good
stuff?
show. Huh?
You say racial stuff?
Yeah.
Pique my interest, Rip.
And what's the name again? Queen Sugar?
Yeah,
Queen Sugar on OWN TV. Hey, so I'm going to have to, I probably will never get to all this stuff, but it's good to know. And the people out there that may not be hip. Let's go to you, Scott.
Me personally, I'm watching Stranger Things right now. That's my show, Stranger Things. Me and my lady, we watch The Challenge on MTV and Are You the One? Them like the shows we watch together. I like to give a special shout out to our brother Tariq Nasheed. I just watched his documentary 1804. It's great. Everybody go out there and check that out.
Okay.
I've did business with that brother in the past. Real good dude. And everybody go out there and support that.
That's
1804.
what's up. Let's go backwards a little bit though. You said Stranger Things. What's
Stranger
that?
Things.
I'm not familiar.
It's a Netflix show. It's about
Okay.
these kids, and they live in this town, and one of them disappears.
Okay, wow.
And it's
Is it like some paranormal activity type? Okay.
paranormal activity stuff. I like it. It's a real cool show.
Okay.
It's a real cool show. I don't want to
Stranger
give too
Things.
much away, so
I think
check
Deck,
that out.
I think Deck mentioned something to me about that Stranger Things or something, but I haven't, like I said, but I'll get to me. Go ahead, Littles.
I'm watching The Gifted.
Oh, wow. What's
It's,
that?
X-Men show
That's
that
the
come on
X-
Fox.
okay.
Oh.
It's like the lesser known X-Men. They're like on the underground.
Got you.
They're being hunted by the government, and it's just their stories. It's a cool show if you like X-Men comic book stuff.
Okay, so they're literally X-Men or?
They're down with them basically.
Okay.
Like a lower tier.
Oh, okay. Dang, I didn't even gift. It's called Gifted.
Yeah, The Gifted.
All right.
Come
well,
on Mondays.
I'm glad I asked this question. Y'all giving me some stuff to watch. Okay, well, as you all know, I don't get to watch too much TV. My kids control the TV half the time, so I spend a lot of time watching Mickey Mouse Club, Dave and Ava on YouTube. What else they watch? What's the little puppy pals?
They don't watch Sprout?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, man. Okay.
And my son he likes.
I don't think old enough for Sprout.
We're going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship. That
know what
Little
that is.
Einstein.
Oh, Little Einstein.
And it's another one, Dr. McStuffin.
Oh, Dr. McStuffin. All right, cool.
He's being bombarded. Bro.
But look, so the funny thing is, I don't get to watch a lot of TV. So what I did was, what I started to do was shows that I, really like or would probably normally look at. I just sort of like let the season take its course, and then I just watch it at my own pace.
Okay.
And that's been kind of working for me. So right now, I can't do that with Game of Thrones, though, because all y'all on social media, y'all will ruin that weekly. And
Right.
I have to watch that, when it comes on. But so right now, I let Ray Donovan run through, and that's the show I'm watching. And if anybody's not familiar with Ray Donovan, it's a good show. It comes on Showtime. He's a fixer, basically, for Hollywood celebrities. But his family is screwed. Like, they got a lot of issues in the family. And so his family dynamic is a big part of the show. So it's, even though he's a fixer and he gets into little situations, it's really about the family. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff going on with the family. I don't want to give too much away, but it's in season 5. So if you want to binge watch it, season 5 has been really, really good, surprisingly good, because at the end of season 4, I was thinking at the end of season 4, where do they go from here? But they managed to put together a very, very, very good season. It's another show where you kind of get attached to certain characters, because every person in the family sort of has their own storyline. In a way, they all have their own storyline. So it's a good show. Ray Donovan, Showtime, and I think that's all I've really been watching outside of sports. That's all. I get an hour or two at the end of the night, and I get my couple episodes in, and then I go to bed. So that's what I'm rocking. So any more? Anything else?
Nope.
Nothing. And now we heard that Little seen a movie. You want to talk about it?
Sure, I saw Thor Ragnarok last Friday when it opened.
Okay.
A lot of hype. A lot of hype around this
it's
one.
super hype. I think that it got overhyped because some people were saying it's the best Marvel movie ever.
Whoa.
And when you say stuff like that, you're expecting something amazing and life-changing.
Yeah.
It was very good. It was a very good Thor movie. It's funny. But it ain't messing with the Captain America Winter Soldier, which is the top one in my book.
Winter Soldier's definitely
But
up there.
if you like Thor, it's very funny. It's a lot of action. It's a very good Thor movie, but they went overboard with the greatest of all time.
Okay. I'm a definitely. You seen it too, Real?
Yeah, I
What-
seen it.
And you felt the same way?
Yeah, I felt the same way.
Okay. Hawk is in it though.
Yeah, Hawk is in it.
I would definitely be watching it at some point, somewhere, somehow. Hawk is my man, and I think when it comes to the whole comic book world or characters or whatever, I think it's Hawk and Wolverine for me. Like,
Yeah, those my two.
those my two favorite all time. Don't get me wrong, I like Spider-Man. Actually, I just watched Spider-Man last weekend.
You like it?
I liked it.
It was real good.
Yeah, I liked it. I think I'm gonna say this. I loved it, but I also liked the Amazing Spider-Man one too. So how does that work? Is that still
They just switched. They moved it over to the main Marvel.
okay?
They just
So it
basically-
won't be no more Amazing Spider-Man.
No, that's over.
Okay.
Everything before that's over.
Okay,
This
okay.
is starting the new
The
Spider-Man.
new Spider-Man. Okay,
I
cool.
like they made him a kid actually.
Yeah, I did too. I like that.
Spider-Man should be a kid.
So did they do that so they can put other Marvel characters in
Yeah,
Spider-Man?
Sony signed a deal with Marvel so they can be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically, in the next Avenger movie, Spider-Man gonna be a major part.
Kind
Kind of like he was in the Civil War, so he's gonna
Okay.
be, he's officially down with them now.
And was Spider-Man ever, or am I tripping? Was Spider-Man ever with the X-Men?
I'm not as probably in comic books
Yeah,
maybe,
I
but
was
never in the
heard about
movies
that.
though. But
Yeah, not in the movie.
Maybe it's the Avengers that I'm thinking about.
Not with the comics though. He was in the comics.
Oh
with
yeah,
X-Men.
yeah. Oh, he was.
Yes.
Okay,
In the
okay.
comic
I
book.
wasn't tripping.
Can
Okay.
can I piggyback off?
Go
what
ahead.
They what is it? Marvel was actually trying to do a deal with 20th Century Fox to acquire the X-Men, kind of like what they did with Spider-Man. So this would bring X-Men to be able to be in a movie with your Marvel Avengers, and also like the Fantastic Four and everybody that Fox has a hold on.
Oh,
The
okay.
deal's kind of broke through. It's kind of like breaking down right now. But if they could, you can finally get an X-Men versus Marvel type movie, X-Men versus Avengers.
that might be nice.
Be lit.
That'd be
That'd be
over the-
nice.
That'd be lit.
So if that, let's say that did take place, how would they work the whole? What's my man that's playing X-Men? Or to be a whole new cast of characters, sort of like how they did Spider-Man.
They could choose to do that, but if they acquire it, they can bring people over because they'll have the power over everything. Marvel gets it. Marvel's basically owned by Disney, so Disney got unlimited funds.
Right.
So if they acquire it, they can bring any and everybody that's owned by Fox over there.
I sort of wish Marvel had never gave power to anybody else. I wish they had sort of just kept all their stuff, because I think, especially when they did X-Men First Class, I thought that was like excellent, because you could get a cast of actors that can just stay on the franchise. Where, because when you get big names like Halle Berry, it's hard to keep them around. But if you get up and coming actors that's never really had a name,
They try and build
you-
themselves.
Yeah, but what you'll get is that it could be a career move. Like, I only work for Marvel. You know what I'm saying? I just continue my character, and they could just do it forever. Or I always had a thought they could do them super high animated versions of the movies. You know what I mean? Like, what's a good example? Like, what's the movie that came out that it was animated, but the people look real? Like
World of Warcraft.
yes,
Something like
something
that,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just make it like that type of thing. I think that will work too. But always having real actors is great.
They got an animated Spider-Man movie coming out next year too.
Oh, really?
Done by Marvel. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's what's up. All right. So all that good stuff. So this week we're going to touch on a few things. Let's start it off with Meek Mill situation. I want to just get everybody's thought on that, although it's been heavily talked about. So along social media, you got some people with the free Meek Mill and the whole nine. Anybody want to give a full backdrop on what that incident or what happened?
Please, because I need one.
Littles?
I need a full backdrop.
I don't really have all the. I just know he violated probation.
Okay,
that's all I
so
know, too.
here's what I gather from what I've come across and listened to the whole nine. As we all know, Meek Mill has been on probation. He's on an 11-year probation, I believe, or
Which is
something like that.
ridiculous.
Yes,
Go
it's- I'm gonna let you talk. So he's on like 11-year probation. He basically was in New York. They were doing something for kids or something, and he ended up doing a trick or something on the bike, popping the wheelie on the bike or whatever, and got arrested for it. And that was a part of his breaking probation. He goes to court for it, and the prosecutor was not looking for jail time. Nobody was looking for jail time, but the judge decided that jail time was the best idea. So she went against what the prosecutor's wishes was and gave him jail time, which is I think 2 years. So that's basically what happened. So now everybody feels like everybody's been saying, we've seen the clip with Jay-Z was like he was locked up for popping a willie, and other celebrities came out and said basically he was locked up for popping a willie, in which I understand. Since I'm talking, I'm gonna just keep going. My thing on it is, yes, he was just popping a willie, but I feel like if you're on probation, you have to do everything by the book.
Exactly.
I don't care what it is. You have to do everything by the book. Should he have 2 years for what he did? No. But let's go back. Meek Mill has been in a lot of sketchy situations up until this point where nothing really happens. And sometimes we just gotta take, again, and let me be clear. He does not deserve to be in jail. If they free him right now, I would agree with it. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, though, to anybody out there, let's use this as an example. If you're on probation, look, don't jaywalk. You know what I'm saying? Don't stay out too late. Don't hang around the wrong people, because your situation is different from everybody else's. You can't get away with something that somebody else could do. I could have been out there popping a willie and nothing happened to me. I don't have no record. I'm not on probation. You know what I'm saying? But when you have a record, you on probation, and you're a celebrity, you're a target.
So you think
learn from Gucci Mane.
There you go. Talk some littles.
Gucci Mane was on house arrest. You know what he did? He stayed his ass in the house. He had a studio in the house. He made his music there. He know he couldn't leave Georgia. He did everything he had to do in that big house.
That's right. That's what you got to do. Anybody else want to rock?
I don't understand. Like when you say live a perfect, like
I didn't say live a perfect.
Not when you say do what you what was the word that you said when you said if you're on probation?
You got to keep yourself clean as you can.
So what you saying is he shouldn't have been having fun, because that's basically what it looked like he was doing. He was having fun to me.
Okay.
I mean, he was having fun.
But
well, like I don't. And then the reason. Well, what I heard was they also got him for 2 cases that was already dropped. That's how he actually went to jail.
Okay.
It's because it was 2 cases that already happened, and they dropped the cases.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the judge went off of and said, this is your 3rd strike. That's what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, you right.
Okay.
He had say according to TMZ, he had a fight in a St. Louis airport, and the reckless driving in New York. Even though they got dropped, he still did. You know, he's still in those situations.
Nah, but if they drop, that means
But
you can't get me. You can't do anything to me because of those cases.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
So if me and you fight and nobody gets charged for it, did we not fight? Did we fight?
We did.
Okay, then.
But
We
wait,
fought.
I hear what you're saying. But you got in the court system, that don't matter. We know we fought. But if the court say it's dropped, then when I go to court again, you shouldn't even bring this up no more.
But if the judge say stay clean, stay out of trouble, you're not staying out of trouble because you just fought with me. Did you not?
It got dropped.
But we still fought.
We're talking about the court system here, right? I know we fought, but in the court system, it's certain things that they go by, right? It's rules to this, right?
Right.
Yeah, and so rules was given to him.
Right, okay.
Don't be on no dirt bike popping willies.
Oh, my God.
And he got on a dirt bike and popped willies. I mean, I don't agree with it.
I've never been on probation before, so I don't know. But it's hard to say, hey, you on probation, and, like, it's certain things that you don't know. Is this too far? Is this not too far? Like, that makes sense?
This is where the conflict comes in at. This is where people who are not celebrities have been complaining about how Meek Mill has been getting all these second chances. And once they violate their probation, they sent off to jail.
They don't have no money neither.
Meek Mill has had several chances while he's been on probation where he's done things and got off on it. So this time the judge was just like, okay,
And
I'm tired of it.
He violated in 2015 too. So
Yeah.
What did he do in 2015?
I don't know.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
But with all this free Meek Mill stuff, I mean, it's kind of, to me, it's outrageous. Yeah, he shouldn't get 2 years for doing the willie or whatever. But at the same time, you got to have some type of self-accountability for the stuff that you're doing.
Yes.
And then all these people out here talking about some free Meek Mill and going all out of control over this stuff is it's ridiculous to me. It's stuff. It's greater stuff out here that they can be using their energy on.
Yes,
and
I
they
agree.
sitting out here talking about some free Meek Mill for a dude who's had plenty of chances to do what's right, and he didn't. I mean, that shows right there that these people just saying this, walking around with not having no type of accountability for the stuff that they do as well.
Yep.
What if that was your friend though? Would you not be saying free?
If
Meek
that was
Mill?
my friend, I would be telling that nigga, no, you don't need
Exactly.
to be doing this.
If he was my
So,
friend, he wouldn't have been
questions-
on no bike
yeah.
popping no willie.
This
Oh, my
questions,
God.
this
I don't know
questions
about
the
that
people
one.
that's around him.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Just like, let's go back to the incident. It was one of your red carpet events or something where they jumped with his
They jumped
folk
Safari.
jumped
B-
Safari.
BT
True.
Awards.
He was right there. That's a probation. He's
should've-
on
Hold
probation.
up,
He should've stayed out of-
Hold up, he can get in trouble for somebody
Yes.
else. Nah, hold up. If I don't do anything, and somebody that I'm with jump somebody,
You ever heard
how
the
did I
saying?
violate-
You ever heard the saying the wrong place at the wrong time?
Hold up,
son.
I don't know about that.
Son, if
That's
you the
tough.
famous person between all of us and we jump somebody, who
Oh,
knows?
they gonna say my name.
Exactly.
They gonna say my name. That's
You
a fact.
in it?
And his dumb ass got out of the truck to see them get jumping.
But is it a violation of my probation?
But again, the judge is going to frown upon it. Like, what are you doing? Wrong place,
Why
wrong
you
time.
think?
Why can't you stay out of trouble?
See, that's a lot of times. That's what happens. It's not really the willie. That's what Rip is really getting at. It's not the willie.
I agree with
Everybody's saying, "Oh, he's locked up for the willie." It's not the willie.
He locked up for.
It's
other
all
things,
the other stuff, and
Build
now
up.
you're here for a willie.
Yeah, build up.
So, all right, the willie bought you here. Now that I got you here,
You ain't going nowhere.
what was you doing here while they jumping so and so? What was you doing here where there was a shooting and da 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 da? And didn't his cousin just recently get shot or something?
Yeah.
Not saying that it involved, but I'm saying it goes to show there's a lot of ratchetness around him. What he needs to do is separate himself. Sometimes you can be like, look, I can't rock with y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all on some stuff that's going to get me in trouble. See, everybody in here, y'all record's clean. I'm the one with the record. So, yeah, we all out. Son, you get in a fight. They help you fight the person. I was just there. I ain't do nothing. I stood back. But guess what?
Nah, they gonna say
When
yeah.
the police come and lock us all up, you go home, he go home, guess who stay? Me,
That's a
because
fact.
I'm the one with the record. So that's what Rip is saying. That's what Luz is getting at. You gotta get off the scene for a minute till your stuff clear.
Hey.
And you can still have fun. Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me you can't have fun without being ratchet?
I mean, but if you live it, you could, but because I ain't ratchet.
Right.
But what I'm saying is maybe his fun is ratchet. So
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
right.
you can't. Like, if you've been doing this your whole life,
That's
growing up,
that's
it's
the
kind of.
problem.
I feel like this: when you get money, it only brings out what you really are.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
agree.
I think.
I agree.
So if you ratchet on a low
I agree.
income, you're gonna be all the way out the window when it's
I
you
agree.
get money.
And guess what? You're going to do 2 years with Papa Willie.
I have questions. Look,
Go ahead.
y'all express some very valid points. I have questions about this Meek Mill situation.
Okay, go ahead.
The first question that I have is, as a condition of his parole, did he know he was not supposed to be popping a willy on a motorcycle?
Agreed. That's what I'm.
That's the first question I have. I don't know if anybody can answer that or
I would
not.
just say you need to learn the rules where the places you are.
Yeah.
New York is notorious for having crazy rules. They throw you in jail for 3 years for having a gun. They threw
Okay.
Prodigy in jail for three
But
and a half years.
I understand a gun.
They locked the wide receiver up for shooting his
Himself.
own self.
I understand that, but this is being on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
What does being
He wasn't on a motorcycle.
I'm-
I'm glad you
dirt
said
bike.
that. He
Go
was on
for
a
it.
dirt bike.
Okay.
Dirt bike.
Dirt bikes are
Against the
illegal
law.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They're okay.
Not
On
supposed
the
to be
street,
on, not
it's
supposed to be
illegal
on the road.
street. Yeah, it don't supposed to be on the road.
D.C., Maryland, Virginia, New York, anywhere. You're not supposed
I'm glad
to
you said that.
Not on the
Because my
road.
second question was going to be being on a dirt bike. What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, he can't do it. He can't be.
That
on
that was going to be my
You
question.
can't have them.
the street. You can't have
have
him
him.
on the
You can't
street.
register
on the
them.
street.
Completely against
On
the
the
law.
streets, you can't have him.
Now, hold on. Now we said Meek Mill's had what, 11 years probation,
Something like that.
something like that. My question would be, did he know what he did was a violation of his probation? I'm talking about the dirt bike incident. I ain't talking about nothing else.
Okay. Let's just stick with the.
Let's stick with that.
Let's stick with the dirt bike.
Did he know that was a
Being-
violation of his probation?
Forget that it's a violation of probation. Does Meek Mill know dirt bikes are illegal?
Does he know that?
Yeah.
He know that.
He know that.
Hold up, wait. Now,
They
Hold on.
chase. They
Hold
chase.
on.
They
Hold on.
chase
Hold on.
folk on dirt bikes in Philly
Hold
on the regular.
I will say this because I got family in Philly, and
All they
they
do is
up
dirt
there
bikes.
they ride dirt bikes.
That's all they do.
all
It
the
don't,
time.
but it's against the law.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
do, they
it
do
could
it in
be.
Baltimore.
It
It
is.
could
Ain't
be.
no could be. It is.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
It's against the law.
I will say this. I feel like
Before you
Go
go,
for it.
the
Go for
problem is the probation is too long.
number
Facts.
one. Look,
That's the problem.
I feel
But
like
go ahead.
this. I feel like Meek Mill's got caught up in the system. Shout out to my sister, Michelle Alexandra. Everybody go check out the new Jim Crow, her book. I feel like Meek Mill's got caught up in the system.
Yes,
He's
definitely.
on parole. And everything we do as black people is criminalized.
Oh yeah.
Now look, if he's on parole for doing whatever, what does being on a dirt bike popping a wheelie got anything to do with that?
The popping the willie is what got him back in front of the judge that don't like him to begin with.
So the judge said, I'm going to give you 2 years if you pop the wheelie on a dirt bike.
The judge is saying, I'm giving you 2 years for violating your parole.
For being stupid. That's what I'm going to call it.
I don't think that's.
Let me say this.
Yeah, man.
The judge says, I'm going to give you 2 years because you a black man and you messed up.
Well, she's a black judge.
Don't matter.
Okay. Now,
Don't matter.
let's talk about the judge for a second. There was said on many occasions that this judge had a personal thing against him. So I'm sure that
You
played
said the judge had a vendetta against him.
Yes. So I'm sure that played a part in it. Again, which furthermore, why you need to be as clean as you look. All the odds are stacked against him. You're famous, so the spotlight is always on you. Your surrounding is ratchet. You always in the middle of something. Everything that could go wrong is prevalent in Meek Mill's situation. That's why it's important for him to lay low.
I agree with that.
When he was with Nicki, I'm just using this as an example. He should have been with Nicki. Hey, I'm with my girl, dog. I'm chilling. We you know what I'm saying? Because you have to separate yourself in order to stay out the system. Once you that's why so take the heed. Young people out there listening, stay out the system. Because once you in the system, it's going to be issues.
Now, let me say this before we
ahead.
move on. I'm not the biggest Meek Mill fan. I'm really
I'm not at all.
I ain't got nothing against the brother.
I don't got nothing against him, but I ain't
But
a
let
fan.
me say this. He a black man just like me.
Yes.
I understand. When you get caught up in this system, like y'all said before, you need to understand what are the rules.
Yes.
What can I and what can't I do?
But some things too, Scott, and I know you very well, some things are just going to come to you as common sense.
True.
And I'm on my P's and Q's with my girl because I don't want to violate my probation. When I go out the house, you understand what I'm saying? When I go out the house and I say, all right, babe, I'm going to be back, by 1, I try my best to be back by 1 because I don't want to hear what could come with that. And I'm not saying that will happen. I'm just using that as an example. So even more so if I'm in the system. You see what I'm saying? When you in the system, you got to think things through before you do it. Hey, John, what's up, man? Nothing, chilling. What y'all do? Hey, we about to go up here. You know that dude that was talking trash? He up here at the so-and-so. We just going to go up here and see what's up. All right, well, y'all let me know how that go. Not, all right, well, come get me. You see what I'm saying?
I see what
it's
you're
just, you got to think everything through because even though they might really be going up there just to talk and nothing going, but something could happen.
Look, it all comes down to this. People hate it when I say it, but I got to say it.
Go ahead.
We live in a system of white supremacy.
Oh, no doubt.
Now, look, do I agree with Meek Mills doing however many years because he popped a wheelie on a dirt bike? No, I don't. Even though dirt bikes are illegal. He popped a wheelie on a dirt bike. He's not hurting nobody.
Facts.
Facts. Do I agree with him going back to jail over that? No, I don't. Other things he may have done, that's a different situation.
Although popping wheelies on dirt bikes on the road, on the main road, even popping wheelies on motorcycles is very dangerous, not only for yourself, but for people driving. I've had them bikes, not dirt bikes, motorcycles zoom past me so fast, it startled me. And I'm like, dang, do they realize, like, had I made a sudden move, I would have tore them up. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at it on all aspects. I totally agree with you. We do live in a system of supremacy, and the rules, and I've said this on the show before, the laws of the land are not for us. We got to remember that. They're not to protect us. You know what I'm saying? It's to protect everybody but us. And so even more so is the reason we have to be mindful of the things we do. Just being a black man, you got to be mindful.
Right.
But then you in the system, it's even more so for you. So he has to do, we think about things before we do it. He has to do it 10 times more.
For all my brothers and sisters out there in the system, you got to think 10 steps ahead.
Yes, you
always,
better.
always. Before you step out the house, who you going to be around, what y'all going to be doing, what time you going to be home. You got to do what you got to do to stay out that cage. Because as soon as they get their opportunity, as they see, if they see a picture of you on Instagram popping a willy, they'll throw you right back in there.
Yep.
The moral of the story is you can take. Go ahead.
You gotta understand, Scott. You keep saying Papa Willie. I understand what you're saying, but it's a culmination of things.
Yeah.
He's failed drug tests.
Yeah.
He went to rehab. He already violated probation. He done dissed the judge and DA in music. He already got reprimanded for that. It's a culmination of things. The Willie that caused him to get, like John said, in front of the judge. Had he not done that, he not seeing the judge right now, probably.
I don't disagree with you, but my issue is, why not put him in front of a judge when he was doing those other things? Like popping a willy on a dirt bike. What's that doing?
Who's to say he wasn't in front of the
Who's
judge?
to say he wasn't?
Maybe
Because my understanding is this ain't the first time he's been in front of this judge.
That's why a lot of people who are not celebrities that's been violating their probation and been straight going to jail, they've been having a problem with this situation because Meek Mill has been getting several chances after he effed up.
And let's be honest, he got into a mode where he felt like he was untouchable. But like Son said, when you get to a certain level of celebrity, you're gonna kind of smell yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He probably had nothing to lose tattooed around his gun wounds. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? The moral of the story is black man, stay out of jail.
Stay out of jail, Meek. Come on, brother. Come on.
Look, and let me do this disclaimer before y'all attack me on social media. I do not agree with the 2 years. I think the popping the willy is petty. Let me say that again. I do not agree. I do not think Meek Mill should be locked up right now for popping the willy or any of the other stuff. I don't think he should be locked. I don't think he should be on a 11-year probation. That's the issue. The issue is the probation is way too long.
11 years?
I can't stay clean for 11 years.
He got in trouble for a drug charge in 2009. He's still on that same probation. He doesn't help himself when he fucks up.
Yeah.
They're going to keep extending it.
Yeah. So I'm not anti-Meek in this situation. I'm just saying we gotta be smarter about how we move when we're in the system. You know what I'm saying? Now let's talk about your boy Tyrese. Yeah.
Somebody explain that to me.
I apologize for taking up for him like 2 episodes ago.
You was back in Tyrese.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Rock.
What episode was that? What episode was that when you took up for him?
That was
like 2 ago.
two episodes ago. So it was
Hey, y'all stay up on your U&U podcast out there.
All right, so
we breaking
Tyrese.
news now.
So we talked about Tyrese before on the show when the whole Tyrese Rock situation was going down, and Tyrese was going off about Fast and Furious and how The Rock was destroying the brotherhood, and he had all this stuff to say. Boy, oh boy, how things have changed. In the words of my man Martin, dear mama, things done changed. So I think we found out what the whole beef with The Rock really was. Tyrese need money.
Yes, that's a fact.
And having that movie pushed back was going to affect his money. So it ain't had nothing to do with the brotherhood. It ain't had nothing to do with Paul Walker. He done posted pictures of Paul Walker. Yeah. He done posted pictures. You know what I'm saying? You done made yourself look like a goddamn fool. All because you needed a check. What you should have been doing was trying to figure out how you could be in the Hobbs movie so you can get paid. Come on, man.
Get back with TGT.
Oh, get back with TGT. Now, here's my thing, and I'm going to pass the mic. Tyrese is a goofball on the highest level. How you just post a picture about you buying your mom, or post a video about you buying your mama this house. You've posted pictures about the cars you bought. All this stuff, and now you turn around crying and you want sympathy from me because your fees for dealing with your situation with your daughter is burning up your money, and you want, and furthermore, It's so much I want to say, but I'm not going to do it. But and furthermore, why do I know about all this stuff? Get off of social media. I don't need to know this stuff. I don't need to know your personal business. I don't need to know what's in your bank account. Somebody take the mic. Littles, you go, since you was defending him.
Once again, sorry, Dwayne. He said he's paying $13,000 a month for
What
legal
more
fees.
do you want from me?
First of all, that's
And I'm not let me. Oh God, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. I'm not making fun of his situation. I'm really not.
I am.
Okay.
My bad, Rock. Let me get on Ballers next season. I'm sorry. $13,000 a month. I would be crying too. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of
That's
money.
a lot of money. But he should have let it be known what it really was.
Yes.
He's like, dog, you're like Rock. You're killing my pockets by doing this.
Exactly.
Fuck the movie. Forget everybody else. You're killing my pockets by pushing our movie back. I look forward to this check every 2 years.
Yes.
And you're hurting me.
Yes.
Maybe Rock would have looked out for him on that.
Yes.
If he would have kept things private.
Right.
Stop putting stuff
And
on
kept
social
it
media.
real.
Yeah.
See, what happens is you do so much fronting that you can't be real. And that's why, case in point, that's what I like about Cardi B. Let me tell you why. And I know she catch a lot of flack for the stuff she's saying.
Let's talk about it.
She catch a lot of flack for the stuff she's saying do. But the fact that she's open and honest about who she really is the reason why you can't really come for her.
True.
You can't come for her. It's when you try to fake and hide stuff. I tell people all the time, now I ain't gonna tell my business, but if you ask me, I might tell you. Only because at the end of the day, I feel like I really don't have nothing to hide. Now I don't owe you anything. I don't have to tell you anything. But
you ain't got to point at me though.
No. I'm not saying you in particular. But I'm saying I don't feel like I owe anybody anything, but I don't feel like I gotta hide anything neither. And I think when you be honest and realistic with
You
your
you gotta keep up with your own lives.
not only that, you gotta be honest with yourself.
Yeah, true.
Before you get on social media and pee on my head and tell me it's raining, talk to yourself and examine yourself. Work that thing out within yourself. And then you will realize that I don't really need to know all this information. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. Was you finished, Little?
Oh, one more thing about
Go ahead.
Tyrese. The story broke. I don't know how it broke. I'm quite sure he probably told us that Will and Jada gave him $5 million to keep him afloat with all his fees and everything. And the funniest thing about that was he posted a picture of the phone and it said actress Jada Pinkett Smith. That makes me ask, how many actresses named Jada Pinkett do you like?
Well, there's like 2 or 3. No, I'm kidding.
And he didn't spell actress correctly, by the way. And
not
then
surprising.
That turned out to be a lie. Will and Jada went out and said he never gave him anything. And I think they said that because he opened his mouth.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like-
That's the same thing I was
Like
thinking.
if I say if you're hurting and I say I got you on the money, don't go tell people I'm
Right.
helping you with the
Yeah.
money.
Keep it on
Because you know what that's going to do? Like go to him for the money. He got it. He
But
ain't
then,
gonna say no.
but here's the thing that blew me away about that. He said they told him they'll give him $5 million if he stay off social media, and he goes straight to. That's why I said this is some BS. This got to be some BS because they just told you don't go to social media. We'll give you if you're giving me $5 million to get off social media. Guess what?
I'm off it.
I'm off it.
I'm off all media.
think he
All
just-
media.
I'm throwing my phone in the garbage.
I think he just want attention, to be honest. Like
I
all
said
this is
that.
attention. It ain't. It's attention.
But I'm sorry to cut you off.
Nah, go ahead, sir.
I think he's fucking with us now.
Mm.
I think he might be trolling now
He's
because
trolling, crying,
he
and
know
twerking.
people are going to talk about it. He's showing off his best acting ability ever right now.
think
He's
so?
trolling and he's just messing with us at this point now because
I
he
agree
know
with
he
that.
know that
Well, he
people
ain't
are
messing
gonna
with me because I don't give a damn. I peeped him in the whole rock situation. I was like, this dude is a clown,
talk. At
man.
this point, I think he's definitely messing with us now.
Wow. Go ahead, son.
I ain't really got nothing else to say about him anyway.
Gang,
It's, just,
gang.
it's attention. So
Rip, you want to rock?
Yeah. All this stuff it's real funny and everything. Like a lot of people going on them on social media and it's funny. Well, just sitting and thinking, I'm just feeling like this man is having an emotional breakdown. I'm really feeling like he's having an emotional breakdown and he needs help. He really needs help. And that's how I feel about the whole situation now.
Scott?
Well, we just talked about Meek Mills, and for a while, it seemed like Meek Mills was catching L after L after L. Now it seemed like Tyrese took up that mantle, and now he's catching L after L after L.
Meek still the L king.
He's still the L king. Look, Tyrese, You a black man just like me. You still our brother. I don't want to see you doing bad, but I will say you got to get off this social media, brother. One thing I will say, don't nobody care about a black man crying.
No.
Don't nobody care about that. That is
don't
not going
wanna
to help
cry.
you, brother. Everybody got problems. You need to handle your problems
And listen,
out
I'm
off
sorry.
of social media.
Yes. And to that point, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Go for it.
But to that point, not only nobody cares about a black man
Don't
crying,
nobody care.
Nobody, they extra don't care about a celebrity black man
No, they
crying.
don't. They definitely don't.
Because you crying about $13 a month in child support.
13,000.
I mean, $13,000 a month in child support. It's some people that don't make 13. It's a lot of people that don't make $13,000 a month on their job.
$13,000 a month.
That's
brother?
what I'm saying. There's a lot of people.
Nigga.
12.
That's about 95% of the country.
I will never feel sorry for anybody that's been put in that position where you can be able to pay that much money.
Exactly.
You're a
$156,000.
You're a worldwide famous celebrity, money in the bank. I don't think he's broke for a second, by the way.
I don't either.
Me neither.
And I refuse to feel sorry for somebody that's in that position. You're in Hollywood. Go out there and get an acting job.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
No?
It ain't got to be Transformers and Fast and Furious every year.
Yeah, you could be on Power.
Go do Baby Boy too,
You
nigga.
know, you could be a White Walker on Game of Thrones.
Go get on a sitcom. Go get on a
The dude is a singer. He can
Yeah.
just
You know,
make
you
it.
could go on tour with
He
Tyrese.
definitely
with
right on the
Tank and Genuine.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know, you could do a rap album that's better than Reasonable Doubt or whatever the hell they say.
according to Dame Dash.
According to Dave Dash, this guy's a character, man. But you know what? At the end of the day, all I want to say about that is black man, stay out of jail. Corey Feldman goes to the LA Police Department to file a report about the pedophile rings that he is aware of in Hollywood. And he wants, Littles, you said $10 million to give?
He said he wants $10 million because he wants to produce a feature film that is going to name names and show how everything goes in Hollywood.
Wow.
He got like money hungry, ain't he?
That's what it looks like.
Okay, well,
That's right.
I could see you seeing it that way. To Corey Feldman's defense, he has been talking about this for at least 20 years.
Yeah.
John, but before you go on, right?
Go ahead.
If he wanted to save people from these people, why not just do it? Why you need money to do it?
No, to do the movie. Now he did go
Why
to
you
the
gotta do a
police.
movie when you could just
That's what
let
some
them
people-
know
That's true.
what's going
That's
on.
true.
Blah blah blah. This
That's
is what you
true.
want to do. All right, we gonna have this.
That's
This
true.
they dispatch. They dispatch. They dispatch.
That's
Why I
true.
need to $10 million?
And you can
to
still
say-
do the movie.
Yes, you
To
could.
your point, you
Exactly.
can still do the movie. That's a good point.
That's
That's a very
crazy.
good point. But you know, if it wasn't for Corey Feldman talking about this for, like I said, more than 20 years, I'd probably call BS on it all. But this dude has been talking about this, and nobody has really paid it much mind or really cared. And I think now that the ball has started dropping over this Harvey Weinstein thing, I think the timing seems like maybe perfect timing.
Now they want to hear him.
Yeah.
Because other people are talking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the business side of it, what you said, son, is absolutely right. Don't profit off of other people's. But Corey Feldman, you know, at the end of the day, I hope that what's right or what's supposed to happen will happen, whether it be through. Well, you said the LAPD said they're not going to do nothing with
They said
the.
they're not moving on with the case. Whatever.
Wow.
Wow. Why would they do that?
Because he's not. I guess he's not giving. He giving vague information. I guess.
He's giving vague information. It seems like he's giving wrong information. He came out and said, or somebody around him said, that his best friend Corey Haim was raped by Charlie Sheen as a young kid. And Corey Haim's mother said that's not true, but somebody in Hollywood did rape her son.
Jeez Louise. So Hollywood is on the hot seat these days.
Brother, it's filthy and disgusting out there.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Brother, sexual harassment is what goes on if you're trying to make it in Hollywood.
Wow.
And like you said, Corey Feldman.
It's some actors that can sexually harass me whenever they want.
B shit though. Like,
But Corey Feldman has been talking about this for a long time because he was involved. I forget the name of it. He was involved in a documentary film before that talked about molestation in Hollywood. And this, if you're a little older, just to give a little backdrop on Corey Feldman, back in the 80s, he was a huge star.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in The Goonies. He was in Stand By Me. He was in The
Yes.
Lost Boys.
Yes.
He was in The Gremlins. He was in the original Friday the 13th.
Yep.
He was in a bunch of movies in the 80s. He
Yep.
was he was friends with Michael Jackson.
Yep.
He was a childhood star in the 80s. And in the 80s, Michael Jackson was on top of the world.
And sorry, real quick.
Go for it.
Speaking about Michael Jackson, back when his original court case was coming out, he tried to tell him about the pedophilia ring in Hollywood, and all they wanted to know about was Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
He was like, I don't have nothing on him. He never did nothing.
Right.
That's a witch hunt. Michael Jackson never did anything to anybody. He's trying to tell them about all the pedophilia going on in Hollywood, and all they want to know about is
Michael Jackson.
At least 15, maybe even 20 years ago, don't quote me, I seen Corey Feldman talking about how he was molested by just about every producer that put him in a movie. Wow. How they used to just pass him around, and that's how he got all those movies. I'm paraphrasing, but that's how he got all those movie roles.
That's
he said
heavy.
that's what went on.
So
That's
he was
heavy.
basically he was cool with it. Was he cool?
He was
with
a
it?
child.
He was a child.
Oh,
He was a
okay,
child, brother.
Yeah.
This was
Corey-
back in the 80s.
Corey Feldman.
He was a
Who
child.
is Corey? Like I really don't know who.
If you
Corey
saw a
Feldman-
picture of him, you probably
That's what I was trying to see on Little.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know.
Probably so.
'Cause y'all said he was in
But
Lost
he
Boys,
was-
and I was like, Lost Boys.
Google
I
him.
remember
Corey Feldman.
He was a
got it
child. So he's basically saying, look, this is what goes on in Hollywood. This is how you get the roles. This is the game that they play.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's been vocal about it for forever.
For a long time.
I will say
as
that.
long as I can remember.
He's been vocal about
And
it.
this the one
forever.
that went to the police?
Yeah.
Yeah, recently, because the whole situation with Harvey Weinstein just started like a ball rolling.
Right, I heard about that.
But
Now it's a hot topic.
and you know what's funny? It's like people aspire to be on that level of celebrity and don't realize what a lot of those folks go through to get to that point. I mean, from depression to suicide, drug abuse. Hollywood folk are messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Not to take the floor from nobody else, but I gotta say this while it's on my mind. When you in the entertainment business, it's all about your look.
Yeah.
And
True.
I heard this from a movie, but I believe it to be true. I heard they said every day is a busload of attractive people that try to make it in the
I believe
entertainment
that.
business that show up in Hollywood. Now, 99.9% of them are not going to make it, but I guarantee you, every last one of them is going to be is going to be tried.
Oh yeah.
Especially the women. They going to try you.
Men too.
They tried Terry Crews. Brother, Terry Crews used to play linebacker in the NFL.
Yep.
And they tried him.
Yep.
For real?
Brother, you ain't hear about that?
No.
He
Man.
filed a report just recently and everything.
Terry Crews was at an industry party with his wife, and
Somebody
a Hollywood executive walked up to him and grabbed
Just
him.
grabbed him.
in front of his wife.
In front of his wife. And was like, yeah, you know what this about. You
ain't know that?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
And Terry Crews said he felt like if he did something,
It's over.
he would be prosecuted as the big, strong black man to
That
beat up
beat
the
him.
little white guy.
Yeah.
It was a guy that did it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was another man. Brother, what do I think? What do you think when I say they gonna try you?
No, I don't-
They gonna try you.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
so you still want to go to
crazy.
Hollywood, son?
I never wanted to go there.
Son said he want to be the next Denzel Washington.
brother.
I'm still going to Hollywood.
I'm going too.
not
If they doing that out in public, what do you think happened behind closed doors?
Listen, ain't nothing happened to me. I'm
I will-
beating ass. You
I will be the
understand me?
angry black man. You ain't touching my hang down.
But
He
listen,
would have
this
got
the
the
thing.
beat down at that Hollywood
You
party.
saying they ain't touching you, but if you don't know that he gonna do this, he's gonna touch you.
Oh no, he could try his hand.
That'd be
Let
the
me- if you
last
walk-
person he
hey,
ever
John.
touched.
He gonna come back with a nub. The next person he touch gonna be with a nub.
Yeah, I mean,
But we shouldn't be laughing about this. This
Right.
is serious.
right.
It's serious. It's serious.
I'm not gonna let you talk about my Hollywood friends like that.
Shout out to Dwayne Johnson.
We try to get at Hobbs. We try to get all that.
Now I'm gonna be on Ballers.
Ballers, all
all I
that.
Hey,
wanna
put
be
us.
on.
Hey, we do a great job in ball.
I think we would too.
we would do.
So let me
excellent
ask y'all a
in
question, just a random question, since we we shouldn't be, this shouldn't be fun, but I'm just saying. Let me ask y'all a random question.
Lighten the mood.
I don't know if this question gonna lighten the mood.
My bad.
Do you think it happened more amongst women or men?
Women.
Women.
I think
Women.
women.
I think
I
women
think
too.
women probably get. If men are getting harassed, I think women
getting
getting
way worse.
way worse.
It's been a couple, like, just this week, a couple days ago.
Really?
Yeah, who was it? Ellen's wife,
Oh,
named
yeah.
Portia de Rossi. She went up for a role in a Steven Seagal movie, and he's like, it'll be better if we have chemistry off camera, too, because it'll look more real on camera.
Jeez.
So she sat on the couch, he sits down next to him and unzips his pants.
Woo.
That's like not the first time I heard that about Steven Seagal either. He's
Really?
notorious,
Out
yeah.
there, yeah.
I hold up though.
So this must have been back in the day when he was chopping people
Yeah,
with the
I think
ponytail.
it was like Under Siege 2 or something.
I'm about to say, because it ain't recent, because he big as a house now.
So what he did was sexual harassment. Then I think I sexually harassed everybody before I got married because I whip out on her in a minute.
Oh, my Lord. We gonna go to a commercial.
The comments of son is not condoned by the U&U Podcast.
No, I'm joking.
No
y'all. I'm
world.
joking, y'all.
Well,
I'm
you
joking.
ain't joking. He dead ass.
He didn't know that was wrong. That's why he was
Wait, what you mean?
But on a serious note,
That's being
it's
funny,
funny
though.
you say that. There was a guy, I don't know where I came across this video at, but I just ended up watching it. And he was talking about that. He was basically asking the question like, he basically was making a statement like, you'll be surprised how many guys are raping females and don't even realize it.
Oh.
And he was, check this out. He was talking about how, guys being so aggressive or so adamant about, getting a female to do whatever that she really don't want to do. And the female ends up giving in because you're badgering her so much. And you don't even realize that she did it. And you thinking, okay, it's consensual. But she really only did it because you basically forced her into doing it.
Hey, real quick, since you brought up like raping and stuff, did y'all hear about the story with the lady who survived the rape and she's going on tour with the person that raped her?
Whoa.
And she's on stage and they're talking about the situation about her being raped.
I have
by him.
heard. Yeah, I heard.
And
that.
her husband is cool with the whole
Did
thing.
they do a movie about that?
I heard this.
I don't
That's
know about
some
a
serious
movie,
therapy
but
right
no,
there.
it's not a movie. I seen this on Facebook.
Okay.
So I clicked on it, but I ain't really going to too much detail with it. But I seen it, I was like, wow, that's weird that the husband's okay with the fact that they're on tour. And I think her whole thing is like, you can get over it. Something like that, I think.
And she's forgiving her
raper.
Her raper.
Sidebar. These some white folks, right?
You know that.
Yeah, I think they did a Lifetime movie about this.
Oh, for real?
If I'm not mistaken, like 2 years ago.
I think you're right. Look,
Yeah.
just a disclaimer. If you put your hands on my woman, you will be destroyed. Like you know right now.
Yo,
My name is Scott Jermaine Higgs, and I will destroy you.
But
Go
real
ahead,
talk, let's touch this for a second. So
I'm going to try to find it.
So basically, that's some type of therapy for her.
It definitely is.
Some type of coping mechanism for her. Which, you got to do what you got to do. What works for you works for you. I don't, that's tough. But I got a question. How young were they when this happened?
I don't know the details. I just thought about it when you brought up the rape.
We're going to find that.
Here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
So, hold on. Let me see.
Wow.
Rape survivor and rapist team up to tell their story. Let me see if I can find the... I'm sorry.
No, you good. Go ahead.
1 minute. Hold up. I got it. Y'all know I ain't good at this. Let me see. Keep it moving, though.
He said, I'm not good at Google. I'm not good
Yeah,
at putting
John,
the title.
you say that may be a form of therapy for her. I think in another way, even if it's not a form of therapy for her, I think that could be just her prolonging the abuse by going along with that. I mean, it's one thing to forgive a person, but to go along and be out there reliving that moment over and over again beside the person who raped you, that's a form of abuse.
I agree with you, but then too, you got to look at it. What is the tour? Is the tour a forgiveness tour? And I'm just using that as cliche. Like, is she promoting the importance of forgiving the person? That could be therapeutic. Now, I'm not saying everybody go on tour.
So,
but she's making herself a sacrificial lamb to let victims know, look, if you have to forgive this person. And I would go as far as go on tour with the person that raped me to show you how important it is to forgive from that aspect.
I
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But I was just throwing that other side.
Oh,
out
yeah,
there.
no doubt. I totally agree.
Australian man, 18, who raped a 16-year-old girl during student exchange trip to Iceland reunites with his victim years later, and now they share their story together.
How old is
He was 18, she was 16.
How old are they now?
So it's been 20 years. So.
20 years, yeah.
Wow.
Rape survivor 20 years.
Wow. That's
She got to be a
And
tough
they
woman
were
in order to
boyfriend and
endure
girlfriend
that.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, they were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Hey, and that's one thing I was going to ask.
Real quick
And
before you start.
okay.
They also are co-authoring a book on the rape together. The pair have teamed up once more on the TED stage. I don't even know.
TED Talk.
Oh, okay, whatever.
TED Talk.
In a 19-minute long film late last year.
Wow.
So the woman who got raped and her rapist
By
are
her boyfriend.
working together.
They were
Yes.
boyfriend and girlfriend though.
They was
I
boyfriend
think
and
that's a
girlfriend.
difference.
That's what I was going to
Okay.
ask. I was going to ask what type of
This
rape
wasn't a
is-
stranger.
Rape is rape, but
Yeah.
it's different levels of
Yeah.
rape.
It's like go into that, real.
Yeah.
Go into that for me.
And I can kind of see how they can be comfortable teaming up together. But if this was just some random person getting
That's what I
grabbed on the
thought.
street,
I immediately thought some
I
random.
thought that too, but I never
person.
really looked into the story.
So, boy, even though like you said, rape is wrong,
rape.
but I can see that like a ex, ex situation.
But her husband being cool with it is what's even more crazier than me.
Well,
It's been 20 years.
it's been 20. That gives me a different perspective on it.
We need to know the details of the story.
We
Like,
probably
what
can
really- what
revisit-
happened?
Yeah, revisit.
We'll revisit it. We'll
Yeah,
study
yeah,
that
yeah.
situation and revisit it. But it's the U&U podcast. Let's lighten the mood. We try to keep it light as we could, but let's lighten it even more. So
That's light.
No bullshit.
No, what? Well, when I say light, I'm saying we kind of joke to keep the to keep it being too serious. Okay, so what did we say we was calling this?
The Gram
wants
wanna
to
know.
This is
All y'all hit us up on the gram.
this is the news segment. The Gram wants to know. U&U podcast
Get that
on
gram out there.
Instagram. If
Hit
you
us up.
have questions, or anything, and just hit us in the inbox.
You
and
could be the next choice, and the gram wants to know.
And I just want to point out, we'll keep you anonymous unless you want the shout out. If you want the shout out, you have to let us know that. Other than that, we will keep you anonymous. Okay. So the gram, this segment we're tagging the gram want to know. The gram wants to know, and the question is, fellas, because the ladies, it's a group of guys, so the ladies always got the questions. How do you know a man is serious about you? I'ma start with Littles.
How you let your ladies know you serious about them littles?
I don't have no ladies, first of all.
That's code for I got all the bitches.
He ain't claiming none of y'all though.
Oh, wow. Excuse me. I guess I would just say if you seriously, if you speak to her, you go seek her out. Mm-hmm. If you in a group or something and you go seek this one girl out.
No, I think she's saying when you're in the like y'all in the relationship stage.
I'll pass the mic to the people in relationships.
All right, I'm gonna let Rip. Don't let Sun rock. I want Sun first.
Where can I start? If I started, I would go with why I married my wife.
Okay.
If this helps the whole question or
Okay.
whatever. I knew that she stood by me. So, quick story real quick. So, in 2000...
Do we need to brace ourselves?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
2000...
You know what you say.
Nah.
I never know with this guy.
Nah. Seriously, though. In 2007, I believe I lost my job in August.
Okay.
Right? And my wife was my girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to lie. At that age, I was like, I got a girlfriend, but it is what it is. And I lost my job in August. I was out of job from August until January.
Wow.
My wife stood by my girlfriend at the time, but she's my wife now. She stood by me the whole time. That alone lets me know that she's down for me. So I don't know exactly what I did to show that I was down for her, but she showed me that she was down for me, and that alone made me want to be with her.
But hold on, son.
But that
Hold on,
don't-
son.
go ahead.
The question was,
I know what the question is. I don't.
how
know.
do you
I
know
don't-
if
I
a
don't-
man is down for you?
I don't know.
What did you do to your wife to let her know that, hey, baby?
Okay, so
I'm down.
after she held you down like that,
How did you court her?
How did you change from? How did you carry things differently from she was just your girlfriend to like, yo, this,
I'm ready.
This
You the main
This
chick.
the one.
Wow.
You don't even know.
Let's go ahead and pass that to
All right.
somebody else.
Rip, I'm gonna let you rock. How do a girl know you serious about
How
it?
do you know if a man is serious about you? Okay.
I mean, I said
the
it wrong.
quickest thing that I always see women say or whatever is if he shows effort.
Okay.
And that's cool and everything. Show effort.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I've learned as I've gotten older, and one thing that I really learned, or I reminded myself of the past week, was that you have to know a person's love language.
Yeah.
You really have to know a person's love language.
Speak on the rip.
Because you can say all day that if a man's not showing you attention or effort or whatever, that he's not interested. But we tend to lump men and women in a group, and that group does everything the same way, and that's just not the case.
Mm-hmm.
We do have similar tendencies. All men have similar tendencies. All women have similar tendencies. But when it comes down to it, we're all individuals, and individually we came up different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to express love and want love differently.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to know a person's love language. And based off of knowing their love language, you'll know how to pursue that person.
Okay.
What's important to them, the best way to express that, and vice versa.
Okay.
So
Okay. So, okay. Scott?
Look, first of all, ladies, I'm trying to help y'all. Y'all ask this question, I'm trying to help y'all out. I don't want to let y'all know. Hypocrisy in America, available on Amazon.com. Y'all want to know, how do you know if a man is serious about you? I'm going to tell y'all.
If he read Scott's book.
Y'all should do that. But look, if a man is serious about you, he's going to put up with your mess.
Woo.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
that's fact.
Good job.
Let me tell you something. If you casually dating a guy, as soon as he finds out what your baggage is,
Woo.
he's going to show you the door. But if a man is serious about you,
Facts.
he's going to put up with it. Now, a man doesn't get enough credit. Society is set up to worship the woman.
Yes.
Everything the woman is, everything the woman does.
Yes.
But that man that done put up with your baggage, and you know what your baggage is,
Uh-oh.
with your mess,
Some of them
and
don't
you
know.
and you know what your mess is. That man that puts up with all that, that's the one that's serious about you. He may not be 6'8" with muscles. He may not be a millionaire. He may not have all the swag in the world. But that man really cares about you because he's willing to deal with all of it. That's how you know if a man is serious about you.
Wow.
You just like in that whole segment. Like this segment is over.
No, King Johnny got to go.
Damn.
I'm going to do like Scott. Ladies.
I'm trying to help you out.
Hypocrisy in America. The Veil of White Supremacy. Go get that. A
If
book
you had
by
a-
Scott Higgs.
If you had a fake book right now with some funny shit, just pull it out.
The question is, how do you know if a man is serious about you? Ladies, y'all been following the show long enough to know I'm going to keep it 100. If you want to know if a man is serious about you, follow the money, girl. And I'm not talking gifts. I'm not talking he buy you purses or buy you the new iPhone when it comes out. How does that man spend his money? Are y'all building together? Does he go out of his way for you when you need? Is he there all the time? You know, and if he lets you know what his money looking like, all that good stuff. Follow the money. Because let me tell you something about men. Let me tell you something about people in general. People don't put their money behind anything they don't really want or believe in.
That's true.
All right. Now, again, I'm not talking about, he bought you a purse for your birthday, or he bought you a Gucci belt for Valentine's Day, or the new iPhone came out and he got you the new iPhone. That ain't nothing. They do that for the side chicks.
He done bought you and all his other girls that iPhone.
Yes. I'm talking about the man that you can see his money goes towards y'all and bettering y'all situation. If he's spending money so that if y'all living separately and he's putting money together so y'all can get a house together or things like that. That's when you know a nigga is serious. Trust me. And if you don't believe me, all you women that's been waiting on this dude for, let me see, 5, 10, 15 years, I'm telling you, if you ain't seen by now how that man spend his money or direct his money when it comes to y'all relationship, if he ain't doing that, then you know he ain't serious about you.
So you saying it's about the money?
It's about the money.
Sheesh.
It's always about the money.
Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna go with Scat first.
Let me tell you something.
It's always about the money.
I don't know about that.
So let me ask you this question then,
Go ahead.
since you don't know about it. No, I'm talking to
Nah, go ahead.
Yeah.
When it came to your wife, she was then your girlfriend, okay? When it was time to go out and spend money, who was you doing it with?
With her?
Okay. Now, there was other little stragglers.
Uh-huh.
When it was time to hook up with them, was it about spending money or was it about...
True.
Doing a
Go
local.
ahead, Scott.
That was definitely cute.
I just want to look. I just want to close it out, unless somebody else.
No,
has
go ahead.
I'm
something to
gonna
say.
say,
okay.
I'll say
No.
something after you.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm gonna pass it the rip after I say this. Look, women, y'all got instincts. That's something that the Creator naturally gave y'all because y'all bear the children. Y'all got instincts. Y'all know who's really feeling y'all and who's really not. Y'all know who y'all really supposed to be with and who y'all really not. You gotta use your instincts. Don't always follow your heart. Don't always follow your head. You gotta use your instincts. Go ahead, Rip.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say. A dude to show effort all day to get some ass.
That's
true.
a fact.
That's true.
That is true.
But will he spend the money?
Nope.
He won't spend the money. He'll do effort, but he won't spend the money. That is facts. Trust what I'm telling you. I'm going to skip the
Damn,
number 4.
money,
Let's go to
though.
5. Say her name because I can't say it.
Demetria
Overlord.
Oberlord.
Shout
Woo,
out
Lord.
to you, girl. The haters
Shout out
is
to you.
hating.
Yes, Lord.
Rip, you want to give us a
Stand strong,
backdrop?
sister. Stand strong.
Give us the backdrop.
I was a fan first, baby. How you doing?
Hey, I'm a tagger too. Go ahead.
She had no
Stand
one mention
strong,
her. I know
sister.
that much.
We with you. We with you.
The U&U podcast with you. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so anybody correct me if I missed something or if I'm wrong about something. But basically, it was a weather lady in Dallas.
Who's the sister?
News anchor in Dallas. And someone posted
Put the
something.
mic in
A
front of
white lady posted something about how she didn't necessarily she showed disgust towards her body and the way that her clothes was fitting her body.
I got the quote if you want.
Okay.
The lady named this is not even a joke. She has
Say
the
her
whitest
name.
name.
Say her name.
Her name is Jan.
Jan. Okay, Jan.
Okay, she posted a picture of Demetria. Has anyone seen Channel 8's new morning traffic reporter? Her name is Demetria. She's a size 16, 18 woman in a size 6 dress, and she looks ridiculous.
And she ain't no 16, 18.
I understand when I watch Channel 8, I'm going to get biased reporting and political correctness, but clearly they have taken complete leave of their senses. I'm not going to watch Channel 8 anymore. She posted a picture of her looking all good in a red
Looking
dress.
so good.
You looking good in a red dress, girl.
Lord.
Shout out to you.
Yes,
Shout out to
Lord.
you, sister.
We just go ahead, Scott.
Nah, we here at the U&U Podcast. We are with you. And we understand. Look, I'm sorry to cut anybody off.
You good.
Demetria Ora, first of all, she's not a 16, 18.
That's true.
Second of all, look, my lady, you my heart. This Demetria Ora, she's a very attractive sister. I will say, attractive black women know on the job, y'all catch hell. And y'all catch hell not from the white men, from the white women. They hate it when they see an attractive black sister in a good job, looking good, doing her thing.
Smelling
the
good.
First thing they want to do is try to tear y'all down because they are afraid that y'all going to take their place. That's really what it's all about. It ain't got nothing with the sister looking ridiculous. The sister does not look ridiculous
At all.
The sister is gorgeous. The sister looks fine in what she's wearing. Ain't nothing wrong
She
with her.
dressed professional.
But this white woman made it a point to make this an issue to try to get the sister off the L because she had an issue with it. Man, somebody go ahead and take it away.
I don't have much. I just say shout out to you.
Yes, and I love you.
No, he don't. He's joking.
Right.
But shout out to you. Keep doing your thing. We wish you all the best. Don't let the hater stop you. I see already that, you're just going to shine above all the hate and criticism. We know what it is, but at the end of the day, we got to stand with one another. Put our fists in the air. Keep on doing your thing, girl. Black man, stay out of jail. Anybody else want to rock on it?
I'm good.
Say her name for me one more time.
Demetria Oberlord.
Say her name. It's the U&U Podcast. I'm O King Johnny, OH_KING_Johnny. Next to me is...
It's your boy Rip the Spiritual Gangster. Catch me on greatestiamblog.com. On Instagram is greatest.i.am.blog.
Go ahead, son.
It's your boy, son. If you don't love your mother, I do. Gang.
Go ahead. Next to him is...
It's your man Littles. Catch me at Littles1126 and on Twitter and Instagram.
Hey, and next to him is...
Scott Jermaine Heggs, author of Hypocrisy in America. If you want me to do a free book giveaway, hit us up at U&U Radio or hit me up at SJH80 on Twitter. Let me know you love the show. Let me know you want a free book, and I'll see what I can do.
Let's do it. It's the U&U Podcast. We don't do no overtime. You can now catch the shows on Tuesday, barring there is no issue. So every other Tuesday, look for the new show on iTunes, Beyond Pod, Google Play Music, Player FM, YouTube, U&U Radio, Instagram, U&U Podcast at Instagram, U&U Podcast on Facebook, U&U Podcast. Google us, you'll find us. We are out of here.
Hey.